Krystle. I've loved dolls my whole life. I collect everything from porcelain to cloth, American Girl, neonates, and real care dolls. But my favorite is to collect and make reborn dolls. There's Chloe, Grace, Jeremy, Maya, Yuki, Savannah, Zoe, Haley, Landon, Maisie, and Joshua. It isn't easy keeping up with my collection, but it sure is a lot of fun. Hi guys, I'm here to finally do a video of Courtney's bedroom set. Alex picked this up off of Marketplace. Someone on Facebook Marketplace was selling it. He picked this up on New Year's Eve, and I've just been putting off making a video about it. I did touch upon it briefly in a vlog, but I wanted to do an official video of it. And so I got this for an amazing price. It was, I believe, $140, I think they were selling it for. $140 or $150 on Facebook Marketplace, which is a really good price because here in Canada, when Indigo was selling it, I think it was almost $300. And I believe right now on American Girl's website, which of course is in the US, I think it's on for $150 US, which when you convert that to Canadian, it's like over $200. So this was a really good price. There are a couple of items missing. So before I go into like the little pieces that come with it, here's the bunk bed itself. So you have the top bunk, the bottom bunk. It's made out of metal, the frame. So it's got these nice little bars on here, and the bottom bunk has a little pink shelf there that you can put stuff on. It also has this mirror already attached to it that has, you know, like the 80s sort of pattern around it. And then on the end here, there's another shelf, and there's supposed to be two pegs. There's one here. This one is missing. It came missing, this peg, and I knew that going into it. And these pegs are supposed to be to hang some of Courtney's outfits on. But I just decided, you know, for the price, I could deal with not having the peg there. And I would just see if I could get a replacement from American Girl. Unfortunately, American Girl does not sell replacement parts for this set. I already contacted them and checked. So now I'm sort of on the hunt to see if there's someone that could like 3D print one for me, maybe. I'm just putting it out into the groups and see. But if I can't, I can't. It's not a big deal. I personally, unless for like a photo, would not plan to, oh, Maya got her hair on here, I think. I was not planning to have this displayed with Courtney's clothes on it anyway. So it's not a big deal to me. The other two pieces that are missing is a sheet of stickers that are supposed to be like 80s posters to put on the wall on the bottom bunk, as well as like a Lisa Frank sort of styled calendar. Thankfully, I was able to find those two pieces from the same seller on eBay. The pricing was okay for US pricing, and I decided to have them shipped just directly to Nicole to save on shipping, like to get a cheaper shipping rate, because it would have been a lot more if I had have paid in Canadian and had it shipped to Canada. In total, those two pieces came out to a little more than what I would like to spend, but at least I'll have the pieces. Like, so then the only piece I'll be missing is that peg. And I'm all about having like as close to complete collection of Courtney stuff as possible. So the lady gave me the other pieces in these Ziploc bags. I have already gone and washed her bedding, and I did have it all set up, but I didn't want it to get super dusty, so I decided to pack it back up until I made this video. So the way that the bedding goes is you have the mattress, which is like a turquoise color. So that's one mattress there. And then you have the like top sheet, which is like white with different colored stripes. You've got yellow, orange, red, pink, light blue, and like a teal sort of color stripe. And the underside is that turquoise color. And you can just like pop that on top like that. And then same thing with the bottom bunk. You can put the mattress down, and then you've got the little top sheet here. I'm just gonna tuck this tag. This American Girl and their obnoxious tags sometimes. I can just pop that there. Super cute. And then you've got some little pillows, and if you put them together properly, it makes a rainbow. Again, with the long tags. I'm debating cutting them off because I don't anticipate selling this ever because it's Courtney. But yeah, you can put the pillows on here in a way that makes the rainbow. And then we have the clothing hangers. So there's a yellow one with a star, and then there's this yellow one. So this is for like pants and a shirt. And they hang on the pegs like so. Right, so you could have like a couple of, and you get 2 yellow and 2 pink. So 2 pants, 2 shirts, and there's supposed to be another peg to hang those, but don't have them. I can, however, fit 3 on one peg, so that's not too bad. Coming back over here, the other fun part of this is the see-through telephone. And this was like one of the main incentives for me to get this set. Is you guys remember these see-through telephones in like the 80s and I guess early 90s as well. And there's just a little switch that you flip it on at the bottom. And how does it go? You press this button on the side and it rings and lights up. It's so cute. So I could put that like on the little shelf here. There's also a Pac-Man throw pillow that you can just kind of like put here as like a decoration on top. I hope you guys can see that okay. There is a fake plant. It's just kind of like a rubbery material. Plasticky, rubbery. You can just kind of put that on the shelf like that. Let me turn it a bit so that you can see this shelf, what I'm doing with it. Courtney has a telephone and address book that is very Lisa Frank style. It's got the rainbow colors, and the pages actually have like, they don't have actual addresses or anything, but they have spots where you can literally write stuff. So she can just have that on her bed with her phone, or you could put it like near her phone on the shelf. It's kind of big for that shelf, but I just like leave it on her bed. She has a diary with a roller skate on the front. And there is actually stuff written in on December 27th. Saying, Dad gave me this diary for Christmas. We opened presents at his condo tonight, and he really liked the Papa Smurf coffee mug I gave him. I made Parsley a guinea pig cuddle toy by filling one of my old socks with shavings, but he was more interested in the wrapping paper on the floor. Dad and I crumpled up the paper and made a maze for Parsley to run through. It was totally funny to watch. Every year at Christmas, Dad comes up with red and green food for dinner. Last year it was guacamole and nacho chips. The chips were more orange than red, but Dad said the bag was red, so it still counted. This year he got Christmas pizza with red peppers and green olives. I'd never had a green olive and never will again. They are grody. Wow, never heard that phrase before, even as a child of the 80s. They are grody. I guess it's like a slang for gross. Mom and Mike gave me Pictionary for Christmas, so I brought that along. Dad and I played about 100 rounds. We had to stop the game when we started eating cheese puffs because our drawings were turning orange. And there's like a little drawing of her guinea pig Parsley. There's also a journal entry for the 28th and the 29th, 30th, and the 31st. I guess because New Year's Day, like they're, you know, ringing in the New Year's for 1986. Oh, I thought her story takes place in 96. Oh. Interesting. So these journal entries are in 85, and now we've got January 86. Wow, I didn't realize that it is like a whole, there's only a few blank pages. There's like a whole bunch of entries that goes up to January 4th of 1986. Cool. I'm not going to read them all. I'll be here forever. And then there is a book of Molly's Surprise, A Christmas Story. And it is like the original book. Like, oh my God, the font is so tiny. But you can actually read the story. And this does not come with Courtney's set. This was just thrown in as extra. But it is a mini version of Sarah Plain and Tal. And it is from the American Girl Company. It does say 2020. But my understanding from when I looked up Courtney's set, I don't think Sarah Plain and Tal came with Courtney's set. It's 2020. I'm trying to think. Courtney came out in... Did Courtney come out in 2020? I know she came out during COVID because I do remember that. But I don't know if it was 2020 or 2021. Now I'm actually like wondering. But I could have sworn I looked it up and that this was not part of this set. So I'm not sure what set this goes to, that it came out in 2020. And it is an American Girl item. I'm not sure what set that came with. If anyone out there is a AG fanatic and knows, let me know in the comments. I'm going to have to look that up. But there are two bookends that are like that zigzag pattern in like a tacky orange color. And so you can put that on the shelf like this, and you can put her books, you know, you could even put her diary, you can put those between the bookends and it will hold them up. So that's really cool. So anyways, this is Courtney's set, and I'll probably do like an updated video once I get the calendar and the stickers, because I do want to decorate the wall. I want to put the calendar up there and all that. And I just thought, because like there's more room left on the shelf here and the shelf there. So if I was setting up a photo, for example, like I could put her Care Bear on the bed. I could put some like 80s toys up here. Like, you know, I have like the world's smallest toys. So I could put like an 8-ball. I could put the Rubik's Cube, you know, like things like 80s toys up there and set up like a whole scene. So, but while I'm not using it for photos, it will be in our bedroom because I did finally sell my old wooden doll bunk bed. So now I have space for this. So I'm going to be moving this into our bedroom, and my Real Care doll will just be sleeping on top like she was with the wooden bunk bed. And I will probably keep all of the little items stored in a Ziploc bag just to keep them dust free and from like falling off. And I'll just keep the bag like in here while it's not in use. And then if I want to set up like an 80s photo scene with Courtney and like maybe dress up one of my other dolls as an 80 doll, I can pull this out and either put it on a table to create a scene or on the floor or whatever and do photography that way. Otherwise, it's just going to be in the room. And so yeah, so I'll just be keeping these items in the bag because they won't be in use. And it's, you know, better that way so that they don't get all dusty. But there you have it. And if I happen to set up a scene and photograph this before I get around to editing this video and uploading it, then I will include those photos here for you guys. But otherwise, stay tuned. Maybe I'll do like a whole scene once I get the other pieces for this. But thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time. Bye.